question is
Yeah, to it is put it.
the awareness that you were talking about. Now, I'm aware of every, for example,
Yes,
my
yes.
surrounding. I'm aware of my thoughts. Is it the same awareness that you're talking about? Is it the same or not?
This is a very good question. I enjoy very much that your first question itself is this one. So you say, I am aware of thoughts, I'm aware of the world, I'm aware of even my being. You see, I'm aware of all of this content.
Yes.
See? So let's keep the content aside for some time. The off can keep changing, off this, off that, off this, off that. Now, we say aware. I'm aware of them. You see? So what is the meaning of this word aware?
I'm conscious of their presence.
You are conscious of their presence. And that which knows that you are aware of these objects is which one? You see? So you are aware of whatever,
Yes.
but who knows of this awareness?
Who knows this aware? I am
Yeah.
aware that I'm aware.
You are aware that your I
Yes.
that is aware. Is it separate from awareness? Find this I.
Yes.
Yeah. It's okay, take your time. This is the most important question I can ever ask you. So it doesn't matter that it's the first question, you can relax into it. You say very naturally that I am aware that I am aware. So I ask you, this I that is aware of awareness itself, which is this one?
Does awareness have a quality of sight to it? In other words,
Even sight you are aware of?
not outside sight, but aware of the awareness. That is.
Yes. So are you aware now?
Yes.
Yes. Does that answer the question?
I'm aware.
Yes. And how do you know this?
I'm conscious.
Even this being comes later, isn't it? You are aware even of being. So when I say there is a difference between the two questions, can you stop being now?
Okay.
Isn't it? Can you stop being?
No.
No, because you're aware of your presence, of your consciousness, isn't it? How is this question different from, am I aware now?
Can you please repeat?
Yes. The first question was, can you stop being now? And the second question was, am I aware now? Can you sense a difference between these two questions?
No, I can't. Because what is being? Is it what is being? Even I know I'm aware.
Yeah.
And what is being? What could we call?
Then why you cannot stop being? Just stop being for 10 seconds. Can you do it?
No, I can't. I can't.
Is it feeling the same? Is it being sensed as the same as saying I cannot not be aware for 10 seconds? Or is there a qualitative difference?
Between I'm aware and I'm being?
Yeah.
And being? No. I don't know.
Okay, so let's go back to our first question.
Yeah.
You say, I am aware that I am aware. And we said, who is this I that is aware of awareness? So let's look at that one.
Yes.
And like I said, no rush, just relax into the question. See, don't think about it. You see, because thinking is just a presumption. Here we are contemplating, which means that we are really looking. Because it's very natural to say, I am aware even of this awareness. But this I is which one?
I don't know what to call it. I mean, or what it is. I'm sorry. I don't
Is it
can see it.
is it that you can see it, but it doesn't have a label? What exactly is the problem? Is it the label you don't have, or is it that it is not seen?
At this moment, I'm aware that I'm aware of something.
Yes, and this I is which one? The of something is changing, so let's leave that. Of what?
Mm-hmm.
The I that is aware is which one?
I don't. I don't know. I've never been with
And
this
yet
side.
we call it I, you see?
Yes.
Yet we call it I.
Right.
It's undeniably I, isn't it?
Exactly.
Amba that is aware and telling you, hey, you are aware. You're not
Correct.
like that.
Yeah.
So this one is the root of what we are talking about in satsang.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's do the other approach, which is I tell you the answer and you try to prove me right or wrong.
Okay. Uh-huh.
I tell you that it is I as awareness itself, which is aware of itself.
Hmm.
You see? Therefore, I is awareness aware of itself. Now you can prove me wrong or right just by checking. You cannot get there with the mind. You have to just look. Who is aware? I've already said it is awareness itself.
I would say there's nothing else. There is no other thing that is. Yes.
Yeah. Therefore, this I, is it a thing or no thing? The
It's not a
off
thing.
is all things.
Yes.
The off is all things.
Yes.
Isn't it all
No,
phenomena?
it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not. And where are you in all of this? Are you a thing or no thing?
I'm. I am a no thing, of course, but I'm often identified with the one that is.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. So you say, I am no thing, of course, but I am often identified. So how do you do this magic? How do you get identified?
By a thought that arises.
Okay, so thought comes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a green Martian. Did you get identified? But if just by arising of thought you were to get identified, then
Yeah.
you would be all over the place.
Yeah.
The thoughts can say anything.
Correct.
Then
I think this is my theory.
please.
Consciousness has the attribute of identifying. It
Yes, good.
identifies with all that is.
Yes. And what is this consciousness? Because we said, I am this awareness, which is no thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then where did consciousness come from? What is this?
Yes, you're right.
You say there's no thing can get identified, but it needs something called consciousness. Now, what is this consciousness? You're unraveling this entire thing for you.
Yes, thank you very much. Consciousness, I would say, is the entire content of the entire space in which things arise.
Yes. Where is the space?
Within,
Hmm?
within.
Within what? If everything arises within this, then this can be within what? You already said is a space in which everything arises. Then I said, where is this in which everything arises within?
You're right. I'm identified with the body, and so I say within the space of the body.
Within the body.
Yeah.
So if I call a surgeon, he'll find this consciousness, which part of the body?
It's formless, so I can't.
So how can it be within the body if it's formless? Only form can be within form, isn't it? Body
Yes.
is form.
Correct.
So that which is formless, how can it be within the form?
The space I can only say
See,
space.
hmm.
Space.
Just look. I've given you a clue, which is that you cannot stop being. So this beingness is consciousness. Taste your own beingness and find out if anything is experienced outside of this being.
Nothing is experienced outside the being. Yes.
And the body is within the being, or the being is within the body? Check for yourself. How do you experience the body? A set of sensations and a
Yes.
visual experience.
Yes.
All of this is outside of being or within the being?
I would say it extends beyond the being, beyond the body. It extends beyond the body.
Where does it extend till? What are the limits of this?
Oh, no limits.
No limit. Okay. So then there is an awareness of even this being, isn't it?
Yes.
Are you just saying because I'm saying, or?
No, no. Awareness is of the body and of the being. Yes.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is there a time where you don't experience this being from memory, you can say?
Mm-hmm. When I'm sleeping.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. So then when you wake up, what happens?
When I wake up, the memory of the I comes back again. First, I've seen spaces where
Is there a memory without first there being a sense of I am or being? What is the primal appearance?
of that is I am. Yes.
First you are,
Yes,
then
I
all
am.
the objects can come.
Right. Yes.
I see. So then what happens to your being? Are you already identified?
I'm identified the minute the memory comes back.
Okay, memory comes.
Mm-hmm.
How do you identify?
Through a thought.
Okay, so thought came.
Yeah.
How do you engage with the thought? A thought came, which is energy construct.
Yes.
It's saying that I'm a very good person or something.
Yeah.
Then what happens? How do you engage with this thought? It's walking about I am a good person. How do you engage with this energy?
Basically, I guess I believe it or identify with it. Yeah.
So there are two forces that engage with this thought. The first is the force of attention. You see, attention
Yes.
goes
Correct.
to it,
Yes.
and attention is a very sticky animal to deal with. You see, the more you try to control it, the more it seems to get out of control. But this is the first force. But just because attention has gone to it, doesn't mean that automatically the second force also goes, which is belief. Do you see this?
Mm-hmm.
Because attention can go to any thought. Like I said
Yes.
earlier, I'm a green Martian. The thought can come and we have seen it. Attention has gone to it.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you believe it, isn't it?
Yes.
You see? So the power of belief is what we use to identify or to condition ourselves.
Mm.
You see? So this awareness
Yeah.
then is appearing as being and experiencing its own being, and as within this space of being, within this play of being, there's the appearance of all of this realm, including the appearance of the energy called thoughts. Okay? And this being, with the power of its attention and belief, is pretending to be Savita.
Yeah.
You see?
Yes.
Right now, you cannot become Savita unless you think about it. You have to think about it. So this is the play. So God pretending to be a person is God believing its next thought.
As I'm sitting here,
Keep the mic a little closer so
sorry.
they can hear.
Unless there is a thought that there is always memory. So memory is going to tell me that I'm Savita. But
Yes, but just like this realm is appearing,
yes.
the images of memory can also appear, or imagination can also appear.
Yes.
But without the interpretation of these in the form of thoughts and consciousness believing the interpretation, you cannot identify as Savita. You see, even if memories are coming from childhood, they're just appearances, they're just appearing. But unless there's an interpretation, oh, this was good, it happened to me when I was a kid, or not good, it happened to me. You see, no identification is being created. And you can check all of this, play with all of these things, experiment with them, and see this play of attention, belief, therefore leading to identification. But you know what the good news is? In this moment, you are free. Unless you pull the next bit of identification, the tree of identification already underwater.
But unless this is the main mode of in which I function, that won't. I will be confused with play of.
Yeah, there are two things which are happening here. One is that you're coming to the recognition of what you are. So when we are checking who is aware, who are you, that is to provoke the recognition of who you are. And the second is the dropping of the false conditioning, the belief system about what we believe ourselves to be, isn't it? So the recognition, you are seeing, the more you'll come, the more you'll recognize who you are. And the more you are letting go of these thoughts, you will find that it is going to become more and more difficult for you to presume yourself to be a separate entity or the ego.
But now the consciousness is looking outside, so it is constantly involved in that. Now, is it possible? What is the meaning of saying look at the one that's looking? What is?
Yeah. We saw this, no? That when we saw you say that consciousness is doing this, you are aware of it or no? Yes. So that which is aware, who is that one? Is the same question as look at who is looking.
Is that all awarenesses? Then I mean,
is that all means?
Can I ask you a question?
Of course you can.
So is I am not working in you for the in you? Yeah.
It is only the I am which is functioning in this realm.
I mean to say the egoic identity, is it?
It's mostly not functioning. Nobody can say 100%.
I see.
But what does that mean? It only means that if you report back from the last few years, you find that most thoughts have not been believed and they've just been allowed to come and go. Therefore, I'm not identified as this separate entity for some period of time. Now, I cannot predict about the next minute or tomorrow. I'm not making any proclamation. I'm just reporting from what is being seen here.
Yes. How do I know more about the awareness that I am? Because I have to know for myself that I'm not a separate. This is not a separate identity, but it's that I have to arrive. I would say there's need to arrive at that.
Okay. If you leave that and show me, then I will tell you how to arrive at that. Leave awareness.
Okay.
Don't be aware. Leave it. Can you do it?
Yeah, I can do that.
Do.
I've
Do
done
it.
that a lot.
Do. Let's see. Yeah. Not happening?
No.
See, because it cannot happen. Even to say that I was not aware, who would say that? That one who was aware that I was not aware.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So this is the backdrop to everything. The entire play of consciousness is happening in the backdrop of awareness. Mhm.
That's awesome.
Mhm. So you cannot leave it.
Yeah.
The mind gives you this task. It says, okay, now you saw it, now you better just be in that. You see? Yeah?
Yes.
So instead of that, see how you can leave that.
Mm.
Like you said, you can only pretend to leave by buying what your thoughts are telling you, because
Yes.
all thoughts are speaking to you as if you're a separate entity. But this one you can't find. Savita, can you find?
Hmm. No, I can't.
But
I want to know. I mean, I would like to dwell in it more. I mean, is it peaceful? Because I mean, I'm not willing to give up my life situation. So,
mm,
is it possible to dwell? Um,
yeah, the I that doesn't want to give up the life is which one?
it's the one that's identified with it, that believes.
Is the voice of the identification itself.
Oh,
You see, the mind itself.
yeah.
You're saying, yes, yes, this is cool stuff, but don't change my life. Whose voice is this?
Yeah.
Just the mind, isn't it?
Yes.
Because consciousness is projecting this entire universe, is doing everything. But the mind comes and says, but hey, don't mess up my life, okay?